Simone Novello, partner to grow. Now, that's your business, and the words, I suppose they speak for themselves. You partner to grow. So who do you partner with? When you talk about a partnership for a business, what do you look for as someone that is going to be a useful partner for you?
So there are 3 golden rules that we talk about when it comes to successful partnerships. The first is it must be win-win. So it's really important to go into it with a win-win intention and to ensure that all parties in the partnership are going to win. That creates the most sustainable and successful partnership. The second thing you're looking for is target market alignment. So there's no point in a seniors insurance company partnering with family 4-wheel drives, even though cars and car insurance makes sense. So you've really got to look for that target market alignment. The better the alignment, the more successful the partnership. The third one is value alignment. So I've seen the best partnerships on paper fall over because the companies simply didn't have the same values. So it's really important if you want to have an easy, a fun and a lucrative partnership to look for that value alignment.
Just on that one, so what's an example of that where there may be a dissonance with the values?
So a good example was a large loyalty marketing agency that I worked with, and I worked on a project where they partnered with a huge media conglomerate, and the initiative itself was extremely innovative for its time. They both came to it with fantastic assets and resources to complement one another. But quite frankly, the agency was extremely entrepreneurial and the media conglomerate was very traditional and very conservative. And at the end of the day, they simply couldn't make it work.
Yeah. The punters can sense that, can't they? The people, when I say punters, that's people who you're marketing to. They can sense that, can't they?
Absolutely.
That happening.
And another good example is SeaWorld and Bindyowen. So there was a big cry out recently about Bindyowen being asked to step down as ambassador because the values that her father stood for, which she's carrying on, are very misaligned with what the public perceives the values of a SeaWorld to be. So again, that can be where a partnership goes wrong.
Yeah. So when a business comes to you, do you try and help them find a partnership, or do you try and get 2 people together and try and match them? How do you work?
So what most businesses want is the connection, and we get approached on a daily basis asking for introductions to potential partners. When I first started out in the business, my intention was to create a technical interface that would help businesses to connect. At the time, it was very, very unique. Of course, apart from the fact that I suck at technology, what I quickly came to realise was it actually wasn't about the connection, and all the empirical evidence, all the evidence around the world supports the fact that you can make the best connection in the world, but if you don't have a partner culture, if you don't have partnership capability, and if you're not fundamentally partner friendly, one or both parties, ideally both parties, the partnership's usually doomed to failure.
Yeah, and there'd be people who think, well, look, we'll team up with them and extract something without offering the quid pro quo.
That's right. Well, the one time you can't partner is when you're desperate, and when you are desperate, you tend to get these approaches, and I'm sure you've had them as well, and we've all had them, where people come to you and they're just asking for things. They're really looking at the what's in it for them. But the best way to get what you want is to actually give the other person what they want. And there's a process for doing that. So what we actually do is we help businesses with the framework, the strategy and the community to ensure that their partnerships are successful. Most companies already know the ideal partners. They just don't really know how to go about forming a mutually beneficial partnership.
I'm just to say that because I just wonder whether there are also companies you look around, you see there's company A and there's company B, gee, they'd be good together, but but they don't even know that in fact there's potential for them if they did get together. That's
right. Well, when companies don't have their partnership radar activated, as we like to call it, they can have the best opportunity sitting right in front of their nose, and they actually don't see it. Or sometimes companies think, yeah, we should do something, but they don't actually know what to do or how to go about it. And I guess what we observe is there are common failure points in partnerships. So a lot of people have the right idea in wanting to partner up, but without the framework, a lot of it is trial and error, and there are common failure points along the way.
And that business of balance and equality is always really important, I imagine.
Absolutely.
To make sure that each side feels that they're getting the benefits out of it as well.